Make some sense of the paragraphs that we've read about chemical symbols, chemical formulas, subscripts. How do we use chemical symbols and put them together to write and to describe chemical formulas, and how do chemical formulas show the molecules that we're trying to learn how to understand. So I want you to pause the video for a moment, and I want you to get these notes taken down in your journal, or if you don't have your journal at home, just put them in a separate piece of paper when you come to school. Glue these into your journal. But let's get these written down. So I want you to just pause for a minute, and you can do the colored marking too. The keywords are underlined in red, and of course the descriptions are underlined in green. So we're going to pause for a minute while you write these down. So welcome back, and again, symbols are abbreviations for the names of the elements. Molecules are particles with two or more atoms. Some molecules will be pure molecules, or molecules made up of atoms of the same element, while some molecules will be made up of atoms of different elements. When those atoms of different elements come together to form a molecule, they also form compounds. So we might just make a note here. Some molecules are compounds. Okay? Some molecules are compounds. And then chemical formulas tell which atoms come together to make up a molecule. Subscripts are the little numbers that show how many atoms are in a molecule. And a symbol with no subscript, we will try to remember that always has a subscript of 1. So again, would appreciate it if you would pause for a minute and then try to sketch the atom models of the compounds that are noted below here. Methane is CH4, nitrous oxide is N2O, and ozone is O3. So those are chemical formulas that describe those molecules. I want you to pause and see if you can sketch those right now. And then you can turn the video back on when you're done and see if you've sketched them correctly. Okay, so let's pause the video right now. Okay, so welcome back, and just want to take a moment to make sure that you have a look at these 4 molecules. So methane, you'll notice I put a little 1 subscript following the C because there was no subscript there, and that little 1 tells me there's going to be 1 carbon, and then 4 hydrogen atoms. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 hydrogen atoms. And so this would be what methane looks like, CH4. Nitrous oxide, again, I put a little 1 beside the O because there was no subscript, and I want to remind myself when I'm going to sketch this atom, this molecule, I want to remind myself that they're going to be, while there are 2 nitrogen atoms right here, that there is 1 oxygen atom that I need to remember to make part of that molecule. And then finally, ozone, which is an interesting molecule, is made up only of oxygen atoms, and there are 3 of them. So if you count, we have 1, 2, and 3 oxygen atoms. And so this particular molecule would not be a compound because it's only made up of 1 type of atom, oxygen atoms. However, both CH4 is a compound and nitrous oxide is also a compound because both of these particles, both of these molecules, have more than 1 type of atom joined together in the molecule. And when that occurs, it's a compound. because it's a compounded particle made of multiple atoms from different elements.